Steph and Alex in Life is Strange True Colors can have multiple love experiences depending on their love score. Yes, there's a love score. So let's take a look at all the different choices to make and what happens when you have a high score or low score. Steph, huh? She sounds hot. And don't you worry, I have tested everything very, very thoroughly to ensure you're getting the most accurate instructions. Oh, I put them on the glass, yeah. Zombie parading. Unicorn sandwich? Oh, I know exactly what you mean by that. I don't think so. Max. Love. Steph. The first time you interact with Steph is at the record store, and all you have to do there is pick a record. And this actually doesn't have anything to do with your love score at all. Well, that's a disappointment. I thought this was going to be a much different video. The first time it makes a difference is at the Black Lantern in Chapter 1. She's in the Black Lantern at the table, and she's waiting for us to serve her.
Just seeing if you need food or anything.
The only important thing to do during this Black Lantern conversation is ask her what she's working on.
Is that record store inventory?
When you do, she's going to talk about the LARP. You can choose whether you've heard of a LARP before or not. That doesn't matter. But what does is when she asks you if you would join her.
Would you ever want to join us sometime?
You definitely want to choose I'd give it a try. That gives you 1 point for your love score.
Sure, I'd try it. If you and Gabe both like it, it must be super fun.
Awesome.
If you choose I'm not really an actor, not so much.
Is that your shot?
You would think that playing the jukebox game and either winning or losing or something with that interaction would have anything to do with your love score, but it doesn't. You could just leave the conversation right here, not even talk to her anymore, not even play the jukebox game, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect your love score at all.
I should get back to work.
Okay.
But if you're interested in getting a high level love score with Steph, I'm guessing you just want to, as a player, talk to Steph some more. So here's what I'm thinking. You do play the jukebox game, and whether you win or lose, somebody drinks, okay? And then you just like laugh, oh my God, it's like kiwi schnapps, it's so gross. And then like you start like pouring it into each other's mouths just to be gross, like, ew, you try this, no, you try this. But really, you have an agenda to like get her drunk? No.
We don't
you're getting
get
drunk too. You're gonna get drunk. It's
them.
not like you're not taking advantage of her. She wants it, right? You saw the way she was looking at you, right? And then you're like, let's just be crazy, let's just be crazy. Like, I just met you. We just talked about a LARP, and I don't care. It's like super nerdy, but like, I don't care. I'm just gonna like be so silly and spontaneous, right? That's what Steph's all about. She's all about being spontaneous. So you just like get really drunk and like, I don't care. And then like just start making
Again, whether you play the jukebox game or not, it does not weigh any. No, I'm all flustered.
Hey, thanks for playing. I'm really glad we did.
The next thing that affects how much you're crushing on Steph is actually really surprising. In Chapter 2, when she's in your apartment and she's looking out the window, she's really sad.
So sad.
You've already tuned into her emotions, and you have 4 options to pick to see if you can help her feel better. If you don't pick foosball right away, you don't get a point. I think we should go back to my drink plan. You'll know that you did this right after you play foosball, because Steph will make this comment.
It's kind of crazy that you knew exactly what would cheer me up.
Otherwise, she just doesn't say that at all. I'm very proud that I figured this one out. I was just, carelessly playing the game, and I just happened to notice one time that Steph did not say.
It's kind of crazy that you knew exactly what would cheer me up.
I recalled I had heard her say that comment before, so I played it again using the foosball first option, and there it was.
It's kind of crazy that you knew exactly what would cheer me up.
Tested it, many options, and I saw that it actually was a love point. By picking foosball right away, it shows that you're really tuned into what Steph needs and you're really paying attention. Very, very proud of that discovery. But wait, before that, during the 3rd foosball game, Steph is going to try to distract you by asking, basically what your orientation is.
So are you into girls or what?
You definitely want to answer yep here, indicating that you like girls. I mean, it makes sense, because if you didn't, then why would your love score be high? Because you wouldn't be interested in her anyway.
Girls are pretty rad, right? Especially girls that play foosball and host radio stations and wear beanies like it's a religion.
Sounds like a winning.
The results show that if you also choose both, it will also lead to a point.
I'll date anybody, assuming they're my type. What's your type?
I'll let you know when I need that.
And then you just push her down the foosball table, and she's like, ow, these guys are like hurting my back. And I'm like, I'll hurt your back. And then she's like, what? And I'm like, I don't know. And then you just like, shh. And it gets so quiet.
Can we just get back to it? Thank you.
Still in Chapter 2, after you leave the apartment, talk to Jed, go outside, you'll get a text from Steph asking you to come by the record store. Yeah, she wants you to come visit her at work. Like, and just come visit me and like come in this like secret soundproof room. If you go to the record store and then choose to knock on the booth window, that will prompt an automatic conversation. Steph will come out, talk to you about the LARP she's planning. Just the act of initiating this conversation gives you a point. My thorough testing showed that if you choose good idea or can we do that, it does not affect the results. You still get a point for speaking to Steph. Further note, it does not matter which villain you choose. It does not affect your love score. After that conversation's done, she'll ask you to stop by and look at her comp book on the counter. And if you simply just look at that book, it will automatically prompt you into filling it out. It doesn't matter what you choose here. Just the act of looking at it shows that you care about Steph and that you're interested in what she's doing and her world, which will also give you another point.
This LARP thing just might work.
And when you look in the comp book, you just like put in like all these like backstories of like what you guys like can do to each other and stuff.
Absolutely not.
Seriously, don't like any of my ideas. Now here we come to your very first checkpoint to see how you did. The hottest distraction conversation.
You just need to choose the hotter distraction.
If you've done everything that we talked about so far, you'll have 5 love score points with Steph so far. When it's time to actually pick the hottest distraction, if you pick Steph and you have at least 3 of the points I talked about so far, you will get this reaction.
Badass DJ? It's a no-brainer. Sorry, Ryan.
Fuck yes.
1 more point. But if you chose Ryan as the hottest distraction and his score was low and Steph's was high, Alex will say this.
Of course, you're a total smoke show, Steph, but for Diane, I think Brian is a good choice.
And if you don't have a high enough love score with Steph or Ryan, there's going to be no commentary at all right here.
This is like a bad dream.
I'm sure you're wondering exactly how I came to figure out that 3 points were required. This would be a great time to show my spreadsheet
taken,
in action
but still
with
down to get
every
drunk and make
detail
out?
that we can have.
Look
and
at Alex.
maybe,
is so
excuse me,
jealous.
wait, I just need a little bit more time to
too,
show
but maybe
what
Diane's
I've
down.
been
I don't
working
know.
on.
There's a very real chance
to
that
make
you
this accurate for you,
awoke
the
something
viewer.
in
And I,
Diane.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Steph. God, this chemistry.
Grab your hat and meet me at the park.
These results will translate even more into the LARP.
Alex the Bard, ready to serve.
Depending on your love score and who you picked as the hottest distraction, Steph's emotions and your ability to haggle for your hand in marriage will vary.
Welcome to the Magpie Emporium.
If Steph never suspected that you liked her and you didn't choose her as the hottest distraction, she's going to be feeling happy.
God, the LARP's working out. Alex is amazing.
Steph's amazing. Doing all of this for Ethan?
If you pick Steph as the hottest distraction, no matter what your points were, it could be 0 points at this point, but if you picked her, she will have a fear emotion that you tune into.
When Alex said I'm hot, did she mean it? Or was she just messing around?
Never seen Steph feel this way before. Maybe I could reassure her. She's always so confident.
When you try to haggle for the soul gem, you'll have an option to haggle for her hand in marriage, and it gets a little spicy. Spicy.
In exchange for something far more valuable.
The tension.
My hand. In marriage. And all of its associated benefits.
If your love score was low, you have to have chosen Steph as the hottest distraction to get the haggle for your hand in marriage option. But if you have at least 3 of the now possible 6 points, the haggle option will be there no matter what. In both cases, you have to check her emotions first to get this extra little blip from Alex.
And you should know, I wouldn't offer if I didn't mean it.
But if you picked Ryan and she had at least 3 of those points, she's gonna be angry.
Alex is allowed to think Ryan's hot. I need to get over it.
Never seen Steph all twisted up like this before. Surely she knows she's hot too. She's always so confident.
Your love points are already high, but if you read her anger emotions, Alex will add this.
I'm sure this isn't the first time someone's asked you, given your obvious hotness.
Whether she was afraid or angry, the rest of the conversation is the same.
I mean,
Oh man, this just got real.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued. But I'm afraid I can't accept. For now.
Oh, Steph. You drive me wild.
I do.
Maybe when Ethan's not around.
And your next checkpoint is still at the Magpie Emporium.
What do I want inside about?
If you have at least 5 points out of the now possible, you will get the best card for Steph, the Fool.
Steph is just awesome.
If you haven't quite hit the mark, it will be the Hanged Woman.
Really?
That's all dependent on your score. It's not tied to any individual choice. And you can pull that card before or after you flirt, which means there's either 6 possible points or 7 possible points at this time. So if you're not quite at 5 points yet, make sure you flirt first to give yourself that extra boost.
If I wanted to give away a rose, Steph and Ryan would definitely be on my list.
In chapter 4, I think it goes without saying that you want to give Steph a rose here. Steph. 1 more point.
This is for you.
Are you serious?
Of course I am.
Giving her that rose guarantees that rooftop rendezvous, and it also gives you a point that you might need later.
Thank you so much. This totally makes my night.
I'm glad.
Oh, it's getting serious now.
Hey, could we meet up after the show tonight? I actually have some pretty big news to share. She said mysteriously.
Of course.
Holy fuck. She gave me a rose. Time to step it up, Gingrich.
Hope I'm ready for whatever I've started.
And when you make it on that roof, your next checkpoint awaits.
You mean the fucking world to me.
When it's time to pick if you want to hug or kiss Steph, you're gonna kiss her, right?
Kiss me.
I mean, come
Kiss
on.
me, kiss me.
Kiss her. Alex will give Steph a sweet kiss if you have less than 3 points, and a hot, passionate one if you have 3 or more. Oh, yeah. Get out that peanut butter. Get out that jelly. It's a unicorn sandwich. And then you throw her down on the table, and all these postcards fly everywhere, and the ocean, Salem. Oh, we don't care.
Shut up.
We just want you.
I don't want to pressure you.
Okay. Whew. This is freezing. A little bit warm. Let's turn off that heater. Is there a heater on? I usually run a little bit cold, but it does seem a bit toasty. It's a unicorn sandwich. And your very last checkpoint is in Gabe's prediction. With enough points, you see a little bit more affection between Alex and Steph, and you can really feel their connection. You only need 3 points, and testing shows a rooftop kiss doesn't add any. You have to earn the 3 points before. You can choose to hug Steph on the roof and still see their connection. But why would you want to do that? But most importantly, you can dream about that moment over and over again because you have the highest love score there can be.
Awesome. So are you into girls or what?
Badass DJ. It's a no-brainer.
Hey, what's Max doing?
Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra.
I want to be with you.
I wouldn't offer if I didn't.
Okay. You drive me wild. Steph isn't real.
Shut up.
Ooh. Maybe we can borrow some of